Thank you. All right. So when we left off, you guys were making your way to the planet's surface. Brian, you had verified your
employment.
No, I was trying to.
Opportunities.
I'm still trying to think of a better term than Craigslist, but your Craigslist ad,
right?
And you were meeting back up with the group, or making your way.
Yeah,
down
we were meeting up to head down to the planet because I got to go to the planet. That's where the jobs are.
Yeah.
So we were just going to take the shuttle, and I just told them that I had some jobs.
Right.
And they were like, "What? Why didn't you ask us? We had this other plan."
Jack and Tavor, other than, I mean, are you meeting back up with Brian, or was there something else before heading to the shuttle?
No, I'm ready to go to the shuttle. I'm not.
You're referring to the shuttle that embarks us to the surface.
Correct. There are two shuttles that are going down and coming back up. One on the port side, one on the starboard side.
Brian took off and he wanted to discuss a medical thing. That's right. Okay.
They are taking supplies and some few personnel down, coming back up with other stuff and refugees, basically.
This is the Tech 2 planet?
No,
this is something else.
No, this is the one where we were gonna do. Yeah.
Okay.
This is when we were gonna take the atmosphere stuff.
And unfortunately, we're going to a hot zone, and we have no way to procure any kind of extra protection. So I guess we'll have to procure on site. Very well. Well,
Dina,
not much
right?
of a
That's
choice.
where we're headed.
Adila.
Adila 305.
Yep.
Okay.
So, as it
Tech level
stands,
4,
I guess
baby.
not. But I'm gonna make sure I'm on the same shuttle as Brian, so he doesn't do anything ridiculous.
I mean, I don't see any reason not to get on the same shuttle. Where's Valley?
I've been at the shuttle.
Right.
Fuck,
Oh, yeah.
I'm attempted to take the shuttle before you motherfuckers. Y'all took off. But I waited.
Damn it. My prior notes from my fucking notepad didn't save the section. So.
That's why I used
Whatever.
OneNote.
Oh my god.
I just didn't save them. I just closed it.
Microsoft's not watching this broadcast.
They could be.
Yeah,
Brian-
you know what?
Brian
Brings
says
out the
pen and
old
paper.
school.
Does that pen explode?
It could.
It could.
Only if you click it in a certain
Yeah.
sequence. Was that James Bond? I think it was a James
Yeah,
Bond.
it was James Bond. It was GoldenEye, actually.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm waiting at the shuttle for a
So I'm not going to be a dick and say which shuttle.
There's two.
Dude, one's coming up and one's coming down. They're not both
50-50
there at the
shot.
same
Let's
time.
go.
But you said they weren't both there at the same time, so
I believe my statement was, "Hey, what shuttle are you guys on?"
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you did ask, yeah. So,
the one that's going down.
shuttle departing in 5 minutes.
I'm gonna take a seat on the shuttle.
Brian, we'll discuss this when we get to the planet's surface. But until then, we need to gather more information about who needs required attention before you go patching people up.
It's 200 credits.
Does not matter. You don't think about the end state of it.
Valley. 200
we're on the
credits.
shuttle. We're on the shuttle now.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Hey, Valley. 200 credits. A person.
Oh,
A
you
part-
need his permission now? By all means.
No, I got permission.
He was
It's money.
asking for my opinion. I don't think it was permission, but I believe it was an opinion that he was asking. 200
Yeah.
credits to patch up is 200 credits, and if it's per person, what happens if there's 10 people? He's
I'm
fucking
not-
rich, Rich.
I'm
I
not
only
saying
have-
not to do it. I'm saying let's get more information before you go about just patching people up.
I mean, $200 a head. That could buy us a ship. Maybe one of those guys got a ship. When we heal him, we get a ship.
I don't think in the end we'll be purchasing a ship at all.
Okay, then we
Purchasing.
shoot someone and keep a ship. I don't know.
Old Brian way of doing things.
If we like him, I'll patch him up afterward. Anyway.
I mean, fuck. I'm sure he'd be more than happy to take a stab at it.
You fucking puns are on point. Shut the fuck up. You're game mixing. Goddamn.
Okay, so you guys are on the shuttle. It takes off and heads down to the planet.
Who else is on the shuttle besides just us going down?
Yeah, Miss O'Toole on?
No, she was on an earlier shuttle.
The fucking bitch.
Why she gotta wait for us?
Do you know where we were going?
She-
We know where we're going, and once we get there,
The people that are taking shit away is where we probably go. You got people trying to keep shit, people trying to take shit away. We just have to figure out. The
I
first
still don't
thing
know
we're gonna
shit
do-
about what we're going into. So that's fucking Tavor's thought. It's like, all right, what are we getting into?
Get
Precognition ain't going off. I can't foresee the future yet. Not without fucking help.
Which precog do you have? I know you have
Second
level
one.
2, but it's
Got 3 different disciplines.
lost.
Which one you want to know about?
What's the time frame of let's see, 60
If it's-
seconds.
I've got precognition 2, telekinesis 1, and teleportation 1.
We need to make sure that we have an anti-vehicle laser on
10 minutes.
on
Okay.
board.
It's 60 seconds and 10 minutes. That's what I needed.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The hairs on the back of your neck are standing up, Tavor.
That's Omen. Okay. We are departing. We are descending.
You are descending.
Already?
Yes, you are descending.
Is there an interpretation at all as to why? Was this after a sentence? Was this in before a sentence? Is there a certain gravitational shift? Is this what's
How would that interpret?
I mean, it does. I mean, it states a course of action. So if actual descending upon the planet means death, well, fuck. Brian, shoot the pilot. Let's go.
Is this in game?
This is out of game.
Are we in
No,
game?
We're not in game
No,
yet.
The problem is I should have thought about this more clearly, because it's supposed to be a distinct course of action that causes the precognition to trigger. And I was thinking
At least Omen.
Yeah, and Omen is what I was thinking of, but I was thinking more of a general
terminal
sense
reflection.
of- It's not terminal reflection. No, it's definitely
Okay.
the
Otherwise,
Omen.
I'd have an image.
Right.
So
Yeah, this is it's just a
That's all you
more-
see.
Brian, shoot Valley.
It's just a very generalized sense of dread.
Well, fuck. I don't even think you need to be a psychic to feel that shit.
Do we have turbulence on the way down?
No turbulence.
Oh, okay.
It's
Fuck.
nice and quiet. Well,
An overwhelming sense of dread, but it's not related to any action or course of action that's about to be undertaken.
Well, I'm gonna close my eyes and catch a couple of Z's on the way down.
Well,
Okay.
he can catch Z's. I'm trying to figure this shit out.
But you're having a feelings right
I'm
now.
having feelings.
Yeah, so I'm not having your feelings.
So what is the concern? We're ascending versus descending. Is that your concern?
No. You are descending from the ship
Okay.
to the planet.
And you're unqueasy about it, like the first time you ran in a fucking airplane or something?
Oh, are we talking in characters? I haven't revealed anything in character
Okay,
yet.
so
He's talking me out of character.
Out of
Okay,
character,
all right,
he's telling them the hairs on the back of his neck stand up. So he's starting to get the premonitions for his precog ability, Omen.
Okay. All right.
So like something bad may happen. But because it's a smooth ride and everything else, I'm just closing my eyes. Fucking.
So once we hit planet, my plan is I'm gonna basically get a hotel room, contact these people, have them meet me at the room where I will take care of their business, get my payment, and kick them out the fucking.
Okay.
Well, with lack of information to go on, I guess I'll just say,
So if the planet is evacuating.
Yeah, I don't think that there is a hotel. It's a failed colony.
There's the colony's failed, so we might as well just take over whatever the fuck we want to.
Yeah.
Just a suggestion, might have.
I'm into it.
That was in character.
Gotcha.
All right,
Yeah,
I'll
I mean,
like this
definitely, if we can find a house, a room, or something like that, we can occupy. That's great.
Well, let's get down to the planet and get out of the hangar and find out what's going on.
whatever we do, gentlemen, let's make sure our heads are on a swivel. That's all I ask.
So, quick
That's
question.
That's all I got. That's all I can interpret. So that's all I say.
Quick question, Brian. Do you know if these people right here are on the... They're most likely the people that you are helping. Do I know about his medical stuff? He just mentioned it. He's going to help people.
I said something.
Are they going to be most likely not on the side of the extraction team because they have their own medical facility and personnel? So these will probably be most likely those that were A, staying, or B, are in retaliation of trying to keep the...
Oh, wait a minute. So, okay, never mind.
It's possible. But in accordance with interstellar law, they can't shoot me for treating someone who's wounded.
No, that's not the question that I was asking. I understand that as being a medic in
I don't trust interstellar law at a failed colony.
Yeah,
does anything like this seem like it's going to be interstellar
the
law?
laws of space warfare can pretty much get thrown out the window.
This is a
I'm
company's
just saying
greed.
that this may be a way to infiltrate ourselves into the rebel forces.
Oh yeah,
And
I'm sure we
possibly
could probably do
sell
something
some
like
of the
that.
information that we have in order to benefit getting the bigger job.
Yeah, of course, I guess it all depends on whether the people live. I mean,
I never said you was a good medic. Well, you never said you was a good medic.
Nope.
But hey,
I can put a bitch sticker on something though.
As long as we get the information beforehand, so we know exactly who we're helping.
what's this here tampon for? Plug it in the hole. If it's bleeding, put it in there.
It works.
Yep. Or in this young Mrs. Case, it ain't bleeding pee on the stick. What? Never mind.
No, I mean, hopefully she's not that young. But you're giving
I'm
someone
glad
a pregnancy
Miss
test?
O'Toole is not on this flight in that
Oh, yeah?
particular instance.
That's 50 creds.
Fuck, that's amazing. And all the things going on, they're like, I wonder if I'm carrying Bobby's child. Am I pregnant? I don't know whose it is. There was this large gang thingy last night.
Fucking, we gotta go to Space Maury for that one.
Oh shit.
All right. Well, it does sound like you want to have your hands full.
Oh no, it shouldn't take that long.
Duct tape, Brian.
What? It works.
Uh-oh.
cauterizing wand to take care of the, severe bleeding, some sutures, maybe a couple of staples.
As long as we get the information beforehand, before we go patching people up. As long as then after that we can decide.
How long until the shuttle reaches the surface?
Good question.
At this point, it's a matter of minutes.
Okay.
Are you doing anything other than talking amongst yourself?
There's nothing to prep other than, I mean, my ammo's topped off, my gear's minimal.
Is there portholes to look outside?
There are.
I'm gonna look and see what the fucking ground looks like.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
This planet is blasted by what appear to be large explosion craters.
War-torn planet. Here we go.
Or large asteroid. Impact.
Possibly.
Do they look fresh or do they look crazy?
Large asteroid, no planet. No life.
At this distance, it's difficult to tell how fresh they are.
What the fuck was that?
Yeah, I
it
don't
sounded
know
like
what
an
that
alarm
thing
just went off on the ship. What was that? There
yeah,
was a
dong. Like, what the fuck?
Somebody
I thought that was somebody on you. Was that?
It was the pre-launch. It was a pre-landing.
Oh, seatbelts. Get your seatbelts on. All right.
Stand up. Check your chutes.
I'm gonna focus a little bit more internally. Maybe that'll give me some more information onto why the fuck I'm having some weird fucking shit.
Dude, I want to roll perception.
Okay. Anything in particular you're looking for or at?
Yeah, fucking Tavar is just being weird. I want to know what the fuck's up with him. I have 0 perception.
Well, it's not a -1.
No, it's a -1 perception.
Oh, well, fuck that bag. Huh.
You just rolled a -1?
No, he has a -1 to his roll.
What is that? Is it an attribute for that or no?
Perception is wisdom.
Damn.
No, go ahead. Do it.
I don't perceive shit.
Do it.
He looks kind of constipated.
Yeah.
He looks constipated?
I guess you know, fuck all.
I got the poop.
I would just be like, hey man, Tavar, you all right over there? You fucking weirdo.
I'm focusing.
Focusing
on
what?
Else on the shuttle going down with us?
Say again, Valley.
Oh, they're talking. I'll wait till they're done. Was there anyone else on the ship going down with us?
Just a couple of techs.
I don't know if this focusing is going to do anything, but that's what I'm doing. Maybe I can get a more clear picture.
You just look like you're doing some crazy shit. You got to poop or something, man?
Mr. Jack Colin, would you please be quiet for a minute?
Oh, shit. All right.
So, techs going down, are they looking like they're scientist techs, or are they just like techs going down fucking that ride on the ship to fucking help people on and off the plane, or fucking...
Yeah, they look like, more like maintenance techs, than scientist techs.
Y'all going down to do some work, eh?
We're gonna help make sure the landing pads stay intact during the shuttle trips.
Oh, so yes, you can keep the landing pad up off the surface of the thing. What's the surf? Go ahead.
What would make the landing pad not be secure?
The civil war that's going on.
More specific?
Well, I've
Which side's trying to take out the landing pads?
Probably the side. Probably not the side that's fucking trying to retrieve the fucking equipment. They may.
We don't know which side that is, do we?
This Spiker Corporation.
Oh yeah.
The rebels are trying to make sure that the corporate people can't get more help and supplies. What they don't realize is they're putting their own people in danger.
Fucking poor people, am I right? Just don't know shit.
Has there been a lot of attacks by the rebels?
I mean, I don't have a lot of information since, you know, I was on the ship with you.
Yeah,
but
I mean, they could have told you. I mean, was it hazardous duty for you guys? Or y'all trained to protect yourself?
No, it's not hazardous duty.
I mean, if you're moving into a combat situation, hopefully they got guards, or you expected to guard yourself to maintain it.
Yeah, it's just to ensure that if there's any pre-existing damage, we can repair it and make sure the ships can come and go.
How do you feel about this whole situation?
Well, I mean, as long as there's no fighting on the landing pad itself, we'll be fine.
No, I mean like personally, these people that want to stay, and Spikers coming in and removing this stuff. Like, personally, do you think they should have the right to stay?
Well, that's above my pay grade. I mean,
no, I mean, I wasn't speaking professionally. I apologize. I mean, I was just making small talk, and these people came here after the Spiker Corporation provided the atmosphere for the planet, so everything that they have is pretty much given to them. So I was just, you know, making small talk.
I mean, if the planet's not habitable, we should get the people somewhere safe where it is.
Yeah, that is definitely. So what? The landing pad, the structures that come up, and what is the surface made out of? I mean, is it like normal dirt, stone, rock, an alloy? I mean, I guess if you look out the window, you see it looks kind of.
Well, there's no vegetation around the landing zones. It's all just dirt and rock, and the steel landing area.
You said no vegetation. That kind of did. Now, after they provided the atmosphere, did the vegetation come back and grow naturally, or was it something that was terraformed?
All I know is they were terraforming the planet, but why it didn't stick, I don't know. I'm not a scientist.
Yeah, I just thought maybe.
Gotta suck being that manager. Think all the money they spend to try terraforming a planet, then find out, nope, my bad, made a bad call.
Yeah.
What if they take that out in a lump sum or over time?
Pretty sure that's a lump sum thing.
Your ass is mine.
So how long do they have before everything's gonna be removed? So I mean, you know how long your duty is? 4 weeks, 6, 3.5 days.
Well, I'm going to be here on this station or this landing pad for the next until the next ship comes and delivers supplies and picks up, you know, whatever they need to, or picks up refugees. So we're basically on a rotation. So
Oh, okay. Well,
I'll be here for about a week.
Oh, okay. All right, so it's not too bad. Y'all must make some hellacious money too. I should have went into something like that. Interesting. All right. Well, I appreciate your time, sir.
And about that time, the little light comes on. You know, please ensure your seat backs and tray tables are in the full upright position.
Bong!
Fucking doesn't go up! How do you get it to lock up? Fucking shit! I just hold it. Oh, the latch. I'm sorry.
Good shit.
Oh, I had a moment.
I got it.
Yeah.
Do you ever wear pants?
No.
Justin, I think you said something when you came back, but I didn't actually hear what it was.
Oh, what the fuck just happened? People
Oh.
screaming.
Oh, no.
The
It said put
shuttle's
the trays in
landing.
an upright position, and my tray wouldn't go up.
Oh, okay. All right.
Fucking
Tabor
he's
just
like, I'm
goes.
so
Tabor
lost.
just
What the fuck's
goes.
going on?
Yeah, please make sure.
Right.
Please ensure your seat backs and tray tables are in the full upright and locked position. So, and shortly thereafter, the shuttle lands. It's not a violent landing by any means. It's not gentle. You know, it's
Typical plane landing.
Yeah.
Always one fucking wheel before the other.
Yep.
Oh. What's the O2 levels of the planet?
That's a good question.
So they haven't started deactivating the atmosphere generators yet.
Mm-hmm.
So O2 is still breathable.
But since it wasn't terraformed and the amount of personnel and stuff, I know the O2 is breathable, but is it like a harsh... I was trying to prepare my lungs, because you know sometimes you go to a planet that hasn't been
Sad
fully
face.
terraformed
Echo.
or it failed, then you walk
Sad
out
face.
and you're just like...
Not sad face.
So oxygen levels would be the equivalent of a not high altitude, but higher than normal altitude. So
above 7,000 feet, so if you're not careful, you can get armed. Okay, thank you,
you know,
sir.
if you're running for a long time, you're gonna. If you're running, you're going to feel it sooner than you would at a lower altitude. It's, you know, not severe.
Now, out of character, we're from a floating city. Okay? So the oxygen level at the floating city was probably higher than fucking sea level.
Yes.
Preferably above.
But it was
7,000
also in a
feet.
dome, so they probably pumped in its own oxygen, so you never
Was
would have
it-
known
was-
the difference.
Oh, I didn't realize it was in a dome.
Well, I guess maybe it wasn't, but I would imagine that they'd pump oxygen in.
I'm
No,
just trying to
it
see-
wasn't that high.
We're a hardy people.
So I'm just trying to see if we already are, you know, since we've been on the ship, it's only been a couple of days. We're still going to be acclimatized to how high altitude that we're going to take for actions
you're-
that we take.
well-
Are we going to take a debuff?
I mean, basically,
Alright.
what I'm picturing for the city at Papa Michelle, it wasn't Cloud City. It was more.
Damn it.
If you took two Empire State Buildings and stacked them on top of each other, and that would be your elevation, and put.
That's pretty high up.
It's pretty high up, but it's still not.
It's not 3 miles.
It's not 3 miles. Yeah.
And like 700 plus meters each. Or no, is it 400? 300 meters plus.
Ah, fuck no. That's only tip to tip. That's only 3,000 feet, bro. So
No, not
it
a
wouldn't
lot.
make it wouldn't make that much of a difference. So
Tip to tip.
Just the tip.
just put the tip in, see how it feels.
I got a really bad image of 2 Empire State Buildings. It wasn't good. Never mind.
They're just gonna touch lightly and then. Okay, all right. I just wanted to prepare myself for, you know,
Sure.
stepping out of the thing. So it's like walking behind and fucking see what's done right now.
It'll be like The Expanse when the Martians landed on Earth. Shit.
Be funny as fuck. There's a lot of helium in the fucking atmosphere. I'll be sitting around talking like fucking.
Why are you breathing hard? Fuck it. I'm a smoker. Goddammit. Oh,
So-
all right. Okay,
all right.
so we land.
So you hear the outer doors open, the inner airlock opens.
Take a deep breath and prepare to walk out.
I follow Valley.
And
I
walk
have
out.
to follow Brian.
Echo's taking up the rear.
Yep.
Yeah, man.
I mean, shit, yeah.
Just like a really bad.
I walk out. I breathe out.
The landscape ahead, in front of you is like I described before. It's a blasted wasteland. You can tell at this point that the craters are not from asteroids. They're definitely from explosions that have gone off. Most likely some kind of mortar shell.
This close, huh?
Is there armed guards or personnel?
As you breathe in the acrid smell, the acrid taste of ozone from laser weapons scorches your mouth.
You smell that, fellas?
This is a hot zone.
The smell of freedom.
Alright, let's go find a building.
Alright,
Yeah, so... Go ahead, sorry.
Go ahead. I'm
No,
just
go
asking
ahead.
if there was, like, fucking personnel guiding people that come off the ship. Is there fucking guards? Is there fucking... Or is it like, hey, you can come out and fucking these people that are working, go over here. These people that are fucking in the city, or...
So the techs that were with you basically immediately turn around and they're just running around trying to make sure that any immediate repairs can be done, and they are just watching their backs. As you're looking around, you see an old woman, very short, come running up to the landing pad. Very thick Japanese accent. She says, "Get down, you fools! Run!"
From what?
Is she
Where are we running
pointing in
from?
a direction, or is she...
Out of character, hand raising.
Yeah, I see. Go ahead.
I'm just saying. I mean, do I have to say anything?
Is she doing like this? Get down, you fools! Run.
Yeah, like get down. You know, run.
Fucking, I'm running towards the old lady.
No, fuck that.
I jog.
Yeah, it's like a confused, like, what is this, a pogue?
Yeah.
A stage dive. Do we hear it? Because you don't hear the one that hits you.
Do we hear it? Touche. It's if you can hear it that you got a problem.
I didn't hear the one that hit me. Fuck it. That motherfucker.
Duh.
Justin, what do you think?
I mean,
Huh?
I'm waiting on you to tell me.
No. You tell me what you're thinking, and then
Well,
your
if I'm not
precog
like,
is gonna.
if I'm not stomach tied in knots by now, with this bitch fucking telling me to get the fuck down, then I'm not really worried about it. But if I got fucking like no shit, get the fuck out, like it's full goddamn fucking sprint, like kick fucking Brian in the nuts and tell him to go. Not really kick him in the nuts, but kick him in the ass. Not really kick him in the ass, but she's the point. If the precog is fucking screaming, "Let's go!" there's a fucking everybody tends to know.
Well,
Okay, get the fuck out.
But the thing is, the precog is going to go off telling you if this decision that you are about to make.
You have to make a decision. Do you run or not?
You know, do you run after the woman who's waving at you? Do you run away from her?
Everybody, okay, then I'm going to head towards the woman as a guideline of safety because that would be the way I take it.
Okay.
Because everyone else is, so I guess we'll see what happens from there.
Okay.
I'm running like a bitch.
Towards the
Towards her.
woman's. Okay.
And you said the old lady's running towards the ship?
So she was running up to the landing pad, but not to the ship. So basically so you've got the elevated landing pad, stairs going down.
You can draw it now.
I'm not drawing all that shit. Jesus.
Okay. All right. Fair enough.
And she's running towards us?
So
She came up to the landing pad. So we
She's
could hear
running
her.
towards the landing pad and screamed,
Okay.
"Get down, you fools! Run! Get down!" So she's letting the civilian people know to get the fuck out the way.
Okay, so she's not like trying to super close the distance, because chances are that might be the impact beat zone or whatever.
What is she wearing? Like, is she just in regular clothes? Does she have a uniform on?
She has a uniform. Well, what appears to be a uniform. You can assume. Go ahead and give me a perception roll just to see how much detail you get.
Okay.
Are we all rolling?
If you're looking for,
Well, I'm looking at it.
I'd be too busy concentrating, so I guess I don't get to roll.
5.
I'm not taking any credit in it because I don't hear or see anything life-threatening for myself, so yeah.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, like, I don't think Jack would be shaken that easily.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying, if I'm not fucking feeling something, it's like, what is this?
We knew we were coming down to a war-torn planet, so it's not like, maybe she pushes papers.
Admittedly, you
I think
did
I
not
would have
know
gotten
it was war-torn.
No.
Well, but we had an idea from talking
feeling.
to O'Toole, right?
Yeah,
like,
we didn't know how severe, but
Exactly.
Well,
exactly.
but
that was my point.
Okay, but but still, like, we kind of had an idea, like, oh, okay, well, there's a war going on.
There's
so
definitely a struggle, yes.
From hearing what we heard with the Civil War and them trying to blow up the fucking things, from
And then what we heard
said,
from the engineers, too.
Yeah, and then what this old lady is saying as she runs up towards the landing pad, I am going to head towards her. My perception check of the old lady was 10.
Mine's
So,
5.
yeah. Jack, you don't notice anything more than it looks like a uniform.
Okay.
Valley, you can see 3 stripes on her arm. And the rifle that she's carrying, it looks like the barrel is smoking.
Yeah, Jack would follow her, but I don't think that Jack's been in these situations. He's fucking security, for fuck's sake, so it's not like he's not used to gunfights and battles and shit. If he saw the uniform and weapon, he'd just be like, yeah, it's go time, and he'd probably have a chub.
Yeah, I'm trying to get off the landing pad.
Yeah, I'm heading down. That's logical course of action, but I'm still kind of confused. I figured I would have had something trigger before she said something. So, okay, we'll play ball for now.
I'm running now. Like a bitch.
So, Valley, with that perception, I will also give you this. You hear...
Now... I know what that is. But the question is, would my character...
Don't know.
I've been in a lot of places and everything else. So that is the trick question. And I heard... So, with knowing what's going on and how the scenery is described with it being mortars and shit, and then hearing the thump, I'm pretty sure I've probably seen a movie, and these mortars are fucking close.
It's a launch something.
So, and if it ain't angled in, you ain't gonna hear it coming. Am I close enough to be off the pad yet, towards where this lady is?
So you can either run down the stairs or jump off the edge. It's not...
How far
is the drop?
It's about 10 feet.
Okay, so it's 10 feet. So down the stairs. I'm gonna run, jump off the edge, and fucking yell fucking incoming over my fucking shoulder as I do it. Incoming!
Where's this barrier or embankment you were talking about that's from the landing pad?
And this isn't going to happen in the next 60 seconds, or it is?
So, to answer your question, yes.
So,
it is.
Because that's supposed to happen automatically, goddammit. Fuck.
Yes.
Okay.
So I hadn't gotten back to you yet, Justin. I was.
Okay, just making sure.
Yes.
I'll be patient.
Now, I'm not understanding what Echo's question was. It sounded like you said something about a berm.
Yeah. Explain the landing site again.
Okay. So you've got the basically it's a giant circular picture a helipad, right?
Okay. All right.
It's raised up about 10 feet, and it's
Okay.
about 50 feet, 50 square feet.
Okay.
Off that is a stairwell going down, and you've got a pathway leading somewhere, and strewn about the landing pad are boxes of you'd have to investigate what's in them, and that's pretty much all you see.
Okay. And where's this Asian woman headed?
So she had run up to the stairwell.
Where did she come from?
She came from up the pathway.
Okay.
You can see there are structures that are in the distance, not like foggy in the distance, but
okay,
a block or two away.
We can tell there are buildings out there.
Yeah.
Okay. So I could presume, I could reasonably assume that she came from those buildings that the pathway heads off to.
The pathway heads off to the buildings. You can also see essentially what looks like rubble between the launch pad or the landing pad and the structures.
Okay. Just kind of blocking the pathway a little bit.
Yeah.
Right, I drew a little picture in Roll20. All right. And she's coming. Okay. I mean, yeah. I guess I would ask, she's screaming and hollering. I would just be like, you know where Miss O'Toole is? I'm sorry. Do you know where we might be able to find Miss O'Toole?
You can search later, is all she says, and she takes off running. Seiger, were you? And I will get back to you, Justin. But Seiger, what were you doing?
I was jogging, rather lacklusterly, towards where this woman was screaming at me.
I was range walking.
And
almost skipping.
And when Valley screamed incoming, I was like, huh? I don't hear anything. And didn't change a single.
You are running towards where the
stairs where the woman came from.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a whole lot of confusion.
Okay.
Right now.
So, Tavor.
What? You get pulled into an extra dimensional portal and you get sucked into space and time.
Okay.
That's the good news.
And the bad news. Shit.
You have a distinct image of the landing pad exploding.
Enough said. I grab these two and start pushing them if they're not fucking moving. I know.
Hey man, what are you doing?
Let's go now.
Go where?
Go.
For what?
Just go. And I start prodding them. Run now.
Where do you want me to go?
I run
off the pad now.
But yeah, I mean, I figured I'd be. All right, I guess Jack picks up to a light yog.
Ooh, that's a bitch.
No, I'm pushing him, run.
You have an oh shit look on your face?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
All right, I'm in a full run then.
Now, Justin, for that power, you have a choice. You can either spend the activation cost or not.
We're gonna spend it.
Okay.
That bitch ain't going numb for 24 hours. We might need that.
Okay. So that's 3 psi points. And you are full. If you hadn't regenerated, you were full.
Okay.
Make it rain.
3. Yes. Okay. Done.
Yep, level
Bun.
2, so.
Done, bun.
All right. So you guys take off running. You are following this little Japanese woman who is surprisingly making really good time despite her short legs.
Is that an Asian joke?
No, she's actually
Are
really
you
short.
offended?
Just fucking-
It's one of her traits. She's really short.
If you're still offended, you need to drink more. Drink till you're not offended.
Why were you doing an evasion save, Brian?
Because I figured there was going to be a mortar shell hitting me soon.
Oh, so...
No, I kicked you in the ass and said go.
Yeah, so Tavor grabs you, and unless you are fighting back...
I mean, if you're fighting back... Brian better know by now.
Tavor's pushing me, Oh, we gotta move? Okay, we're moving.
Okay.
He knows. He knows.
Okay.
Tavor says, get the fuck out of here. He's like, okay, I'm getting the fuck out of here.
I don't know if it's because Tavor really just thinks that we need to follow her, or because Tavor thinks we need to follow her.
To follow her.
You hear the rumble of the shuttle's engines as it starts to take off, and just barely over the sound of the engines, you hear the whistle.
Take cover.
Yeah, I think Jack would dive behind one of the cargo boxes.
Yeah, what cover is available? Other than that, I'm gonna have to use Brian, and that ain't gonna be very effective.
There's some like boxes scattered around, some rubble up the path a little bit. I'm jumping. Jack's jumping behind one of the boxes.
How armored are you, Brian?
Jumping Jack Flash. Okay.
Yeah, there's rubble along the path. I mean, definitely large, not boulders per se, but what used to be pieces of buildings.
Whatever puts a solid barrier between me and the potential impact zone and the impending shrapnel afterwards.
Okay. There's a couple of pieces that are large enough to hide behind. I'm not going to make you guys.
I know. I'm hoping the concussive wave doesn't scramble my brain.
That's not that
if
bad.
If it does, you might just, meet Mr. What's...
Depending upon, I don't know, these are futuristic mortars, dude. As far as I know, they could be a fucking howitzer.
Yeah,
like a 155. I don't know.
All right, so you dive behind cover. Is anyone not diving behind cover?
No.
I've already been behind cover.
I just had to double check.
Fucking, I was the first one, bro.
That motherfucker was like, nah,
I want to pick the dandelion in that field right there. The big, wide open one.
That particular one.
You never know. So, as you dive behind cover, you just hear silence and then a deafening explosion and just a wave of fire expands in all directions.
Holy shit.
That was not a mortar. Or it's some high-tech mortar shit.
As the wave passes over and your senses come back, is anyone going to look in the direction of the blast?
Nope.
Light blast heat, no, bro. Not doing it.
Nope.
I am patting down Tavor.
What? Wait a minute. So the the shockwave goes overhead,
Am I leaking?
and
No, you're good, bro.
and that's it, right? Like we don't hear anything else.
Shockwave and the wave of fire, yes. And then after that, there's no further.
Yeah,
sound.
fuck yeah, I'm gonna check it out. Jack totally fucking peeks around the corner to find out what the fuck that was.
You notice that the shuttle is no longer visible.
Shocking.
Is it just like a fiery wreck over there?
So the
Like, it's gone?
the landing pad is just a crater, and you know that the shuttle did not have time to take off.
Whoops.
I guess Jack would run back to see if there was anybody like left alive that he could potentially help.
I guess it was text wrong.
So you're going back to the landing pad?
I'm cautiously going back, but yeah, I mean the reactionary thing would be to check for survivors.
Okay.
Jack, where are you going?
I'm checking for survivors, man. That was a big old blast.
Yeah, watch
don't
out
think
for
you're going
secondary
to-
explosions.
I don't think you're going to find any.
Well, you never know. Maybe some credits or something's over there.
We have a mission to... Wow. We have a mission to complete.
Okay, just real quick.
As you approach, Jack, it just gets hotter and hotter and harder and harder to breathe.
Okay, then Jack would back off.
Yeah, you know that no one could have survived in there.
Yeah. Man, that's some fucking crazy shit.
I haven't looked, so I don't even know what the fuck it was. I just know it was big.
It's death and destruction, man. Come on, they're all fucked. Let's go.
All right.
So, turning back towards the party, you see...
Where's this bitch at?
I start patting down Jack.
She ran back down the trail, the path.
She's gone then.
No. So, as Jack turns back towards the party, you can see the Oriental woman who is also climbing out from behind some wreckage and hunched over, trying to be not necessarily stealthy, but you can tell that she's trying to be tactical in her run down the path.
Who are you?
Jack pulls his weapon.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's a spotter.
Are you saying that, or are you just saying that? Are you saying that, or are you saying that?
No, I just said
Okay.
that.
Jesus, man.
You're
Right.
Yeah, he's split
One,
off, so he's like fucking.
2, 3.
So we don't know where he's at. None
No.
of us have seen him.
He jumped off from the side. then
Hey, buddy,
he's
seen
gone.
Valley?
I'm
Would
calling
he get
you.
caught in that blast?
Shh. Wait. I'm sure he's
This is-
somewhere.
This is my whisper.
Oh, you're whispering. Okay.
Is
Sorry.
there no service?
you're trying to call Valley?
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
headphones, remember?
I'm still talking to Oriental bitch.
Okay.
No,
He
I just
pulled
pulled my
his
gun.
drew.
Like my gun's out. I see this little old Asian lady walking around all tactical, like
it's
the
alert to
Viet
the
Cong
dirt.
in the jungle.
Okay.
Like it's out and ready to roll.
Okay, hold on.
You had to go there.
Somebody had to.
I love the visual, but so she is basically trying to tactically run up the path towards those buildings that you guys were headed for before the explosion.
Well, I guess calling out to her ain't gonna fucking make a difference. I guess I
mean,
could. I'm
she's
still going
she's
to.
looking back and waving, you know.
Fuck is this bitch? I look over at Brian and Jack.
Is
I just look at Tavar and I just
On the phone, just a
I
minute.
just start heading that lady's way.
We might need to find Valley.
We'll find him. I'm not worried about him. He's like a cockroach.
Do you still have communications?
I'm trying to call him. I don't know if we have signal here.
Hey, Valley, you there, man?
I hope he's got his ringer on.
Hey, Valley. Hey, man, where you at?
You don't have the explosion button.
No, it's my walkie-talkie or whatever.
Hello?
Hey, man, where you at? Let's go.
Hold on. So he's on the phone with Brian.
Oh.
Hey, Valley. Cool.
Yeah.
You're alive.
Yeah, you still alive. The rest of them are still alive.
Yeah, we're heading up the path towards the buildings. You want to meet up with us?
So he's alive, Mr. Jack Cole. I guess I'm not going to worry about it.
I'll be there in a minute.
Okay, not a problem. No one else is bleeding. Hey, he's alive.
I kind of got that. I know it's Brian. I just had to throw that in there. Oh shit! I love Brian.
All right,
it's kind of Ron, but it's not Ron.
Yeah, no. It's not more Ron. It's less Ron.
All right, so am I dirty from jumping off this thing, or am I still clean? Everything went above me. I'm good.
You're dusty.
So I'm gonna walk up
Walk up to where? The group or?
Well, let's see. Since I jumped off the side, I'd have to walk around and then come up to where they are.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. Yeah, you can intercept.
So, I guess as I walk around, I'm gonna be brushing the dust off myself. But I know that one lady was running away, and I didn't. When I noticed her uniform, was her uniform tattered, dirty, or did it look pristine and new?
Oh, it was dirty as fuck.
So the reason why I'm asking is because that would perception of, A, they wouldn't be landing a shuttle if they were in direct conflict in this area. B, if it was somebody that was stationed there in order to do stuff, they probably would have had a clean fucking uniform on because soldiers keep their stuff disciplined. C, if it's a dirty, fucked up uniform and this is the first mortar that got fired over here to fucking wipe this shit out, she could have been somebody that was just trying to save fucking civilians that was coming down on the thing and just destroy the pad. Or fucking providing guidance. So this is what I'm evaluating in my head as I dust myself off. I'm gonna walk around and stay concealed away from the field of view from ahead. But once I'm able to see them, I'm like,
Hey Brian.
Yeah?
What are the coordinates of your said patient consist of location? Where?
I was gonna give them a location. They come to me. That way, I didn't step into an ambush.
Wait on that.
Okay.
Do we all want to follow this woman?
Well, she's going towards the buildings. She got us away from the thing that blew up.
Doesn't mean we have to follow her.
That's true.
Should we all follow her at once?
I mean, she did warn us about the mortar.
I will go and speak to her.
Alright, I got your back.
So if you're going to go and speak to her, you're going to have to continue up the path into the structures.
Brian, do you have communications other than with Valley? Mr. Jack Colin, is there a way for us to communicate with you, potentially, if you decide to?
Yeah, I'm not going anywhere, but you got my compad number. It's linked right here into this little headset I got.
Then I guess we will proceed.
Okay.
If the rest of you are coming.
I told you I got your back. I'm coming.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah.
I'm staying towards the side in the shadow. I'm gonna walk. Let them fucking do their thing. I'm bringing.
And then I'll converse with Brian. I don't know if it's plausible for all of us to follow and introduce ourselves and figure this woman out. It might be best if some of us not
You want me to hang back with Valley?
be in plain view.
I mean, I'll fall back to Valley.
The decision is yours, Mr. Jack Cullen, but at least I can
Yes.
potentially perceive what this woman's intentions are.
Yeah, that's fine. Just keep radio communications up. I'll go back and get Valley.
Well, based on what the technicians were telling us on the craft coming down, it makes sense that they would wait for the shuttle to land and attempt to eliminate the shuttle and prevent supplies and other additional possible forces to be dropped in on the planet. So that being said, I believe, through that deductive reasoning, that this woman probably works for the company and was trying to get us off the pad as quickly as possible.
But then why destroy the pad?
I don't think she destroyed the pad. I think the insurgents did.
But she was aware of the impending shot.
She was aware that it was a target and that we should get off the pad. Looking at the desolation around here, it seems that they fire at that thing quite often.
But why was the pad not destroyed until now? Obviously, they must have some sort of accuracy dialed in.
Well, looks like they've had a lot of shots.
It just doesn't make sense.
Look,
it doesn't add up.
If you give a 10-year-old an automatic rifle and 5,000 rounds of ammunition, eventually they're going to hit Jimmy in the dick with it.
Just be aware.
I'm on it.
And if I spaz, follow my lead.
Okay. Hey, you got to back me up and tell Valley that I did not blow up that shuttle.
I think he knows.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
That one's not mine. That one's not mine. I mean, I would love to take credit for it if it was a bad guy, but that one's not mine.
It didn't quite smell like your work.
I was waiting for it. If you want to do stink us to death, I think
I'm
you
just
might.
gonna chill at the fucking edge of the building and just peep around and observe, like, what do I see besides these three guys standing on the path figuring out what the fuck they're gonna do.
I think we're moving as we're talking.
Correct.
Was the intent?
We are. I don't know if Jack Cohen is. I don't know if you
I'm
are.
moving back to old boy back there.
So Jack's hanging with you, Valley.
Yep, I'm
Okay.
falling back to Valley. I mean, Jack's not. I'm not. Jack's not concerned about it. I'm kind of in line with Brian on that one. Like, I think if she wanted, why would she tell us to get off the pad if she was the one spotting for the mortar? That just doesn't make any sense. In Jack's mind, anyways.
You know, some people have humanitarian causes for they don't want to kill random people that aren't soldiers.
Maybe.
Well, then she should have let us die.
Yeah, I mean,
Well, she
I mean,
didn't know
we
we
came off
weren't-
a ship. If she was
Look
the
at
enemy, we came off a ship that the enemy is not happy with. If rebels are rebels, man, they're not. A rebel's gonna rebel, bro.
We have no
Rumble.
confirmation who this bitch is at all, though.
That's true.
No, you're right. I mean, you have every right to be, but your precog's not kicking. You know.
Not yet.
Well, yeah, but it's just one of those things where
Now
Jack's not worried. I'll fall back to Valley.
My
and
point
go
is,
with the plan, but
we got a QRF in case we need it. That's Tabor's plan.
yeah, and that's fine. That's what he's heading back for.
Of course, the QRF might not give a flying fuck about our existence, so that because there's always that wrench in the plan too.
Hey, Valley, remember that one time? Fuck these guys.
Okay, well, fucking to be honest with you, I guess he might not have fucking seen that one coming.
All right, so you're
All
making
right.
your way into the area with the structures.
Yep.
Okay. So
we're proceeding along until this bitch stops. Obviously, we're not trying to conceal anything. We're following her. She's waving us over. She wants us to go, so we're going. But I want to have a conversation with this bitch as soon as I can.
Okay. And I am just staying on the...
She might not even be a bitch. I'm just,
I'm
pissing me
staying
off.
concealed, but on the side of the streets and past, next to the buildings, peeping and snooping as we fucking move. And I'm trying to stay observant if there's anything going on inside the buildings as we walk past them. So, like, if I see movement, do I need to roll a perception check for my movement to see if I see anything moving, or is it just this dead area?
So you're looking inside any structures that are, I'll say, solid.
Yeah.
Okay. And Brian and Tavor, you're just following the woman in the uniform. You're not really doing anything else.
There is no, it's just conversing between us. We're probably checking comms gear to make sure we have two-way communication in the event
I'll be
we get separated.
utilizing my tactics skill to determine, A, whether I think we're getting pulled into an ambush, whether we're walking into a dangerous zone, killing zone, etc., etc.
So tactically, I mean, there are areas everywhere it's like a warren of just broken buildings.
Okay.
There could be an ambush at any point, and it would be virtually impossible to try and plan ahead because it could come from anywhere.
Okay. This whole area is
on a swivel.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Now, Valley, since you mentioned that you were looking inside the buildings, you are seeing refugees everywhere. They are huddled together, just broken and dirty, clutching blankets and whatever possessions that they could carry.
Okay, so these are people that are trying to get off the planet.
Yes. I mean, you would
but
be
as
able
far as
to make that assumption.
Refugees,
Yes,
I can make that assumption because they have personal belongings. They're clutching together. There's groups of people and stuff,
exactly.
and they're fucking virtually scared shitless.
Right.
Can I smell their fear?
The smell of fear overpowers the acrid ozone from the laser rifles. Yes.
So I'm just gonna fucking put my hand over my lips and be like, and keep moving.
So shortly thereafter, the small woman in the uniform that you've been following ducks into a building that appears slightly more solid than other buildings that are in the area. It doesn't look as bombed out, basically.
Is there anything revealing through the doorway as she enters? Is it a door she props open? Is there just an open fucking hatch?
So the door doesn't necessarily close behind her. It's
an airlock?
No. It's unbalanced to the point of basically when it opens, you can just hear this wretched skreak as it opens, and it just kind of not lays there, but it's standing open because she did not forcibly close it behind her.
Is there anything I can make out in the room before we enter? Lights, comm equipment, something, radios, voices.
Because of the difference in lighting between outside and inside, pretty much the only thing you can make out inside is what appears to be the flickering lights of fires.
So there is possibly no electricity, or at least lighting. Okay.
So I step in.
Can we see them at the doorway?
Yeah, at this point I'm unholstering, but low. It's low, and it's concealed.
I'm not concealed at all. Flashlight, pistol.
Fucking Brian.
Okay.
So I'm gonna duck into the building with some of these refugees. Take a knee.
Okay. You hear a child crying. A more adult person is trying to comfort them. You can tell that your presence is not comforting to them. What's Jack doing?
Yeah, I'm with Valley. I'm just kind of surveying the area with him and just sort of following Trace. I'm not trying to be loud or making noise, but
Okay. Well, I mean, he's just taking a knee inside a building next to what appear to be a family of refugees.
yeah.
Thank
Then
you,
I guess
Kyle.
Jack would turn around and just kind of look back the way we came.
Okay. As Tavor and Brian enter the structure, and your eyes adjust to the light, and Brian, you would be able to see this considerably sooner with the flashlight. There are 5 rifles aimed right at you.
Fuck.
Oh. Hello.
Well, if they meant to shoot us, they would have done it already.
Oh yeah. I lower my flashlight out of their eyes towards their feet, and lower my weapon as well.
Okay. They
Mine's
lower their
concealed
weapons
still.
as well. Not all the way, just down.
I'm not getting flagged. I'm happy.
The small woman that you have been following is there facing you, and I'm sorry for your I'm sorry for your companions. We didn't get to the landing pad in time. I was hoping that we could have saved you all.
Let's start with who you
Right.
are.
I need to have a sit rep. Give me a situation report, 5-paragraph preferably. I want to know the enemy situation, maneuvers, and capabilities.
I'll go with it.
The rifles point at your head again.
Shh. Shut up, Brian. What my friend is trying to say here is we don't know who you are, we don't know what you represent, we don't know what your end state purpose is. We appreciate your intervention, but to what purpose? And who are you?
My name is Ray Yamasaki. I am the captain of the guard. What's left of it. I'm in charge of ensuring that the people that are trying to escape this this hellhole make it off the planet safely.
So you are part of the local forces here.
I was the captain of the guard of Bartertown. Sorry.
Go with it.
Heard worse. Captain of the Guard, so you are military, you are police?
Police isn't quite right. It's
Militia?
there we go. That's what I was looking for. Yes.
So you are newly formed, or was this militia always in existence?
The militia has been in place since the founding of Bartertown. I need to figure out a better name for the city that I didn't
Hey
think
man,
of.
again, think Fallout. Trust me, it happens. So Miss?
Misses.
Sorry, Brian. Mrs. Yamasaki. You are part of the local force here. So, you are telling me that our landing pad was destroyed by whom?
That would have been the rebels that are trying to fight back against Stryker. Which corporation was it? Stryker?
It was Stryker.
Yeah.
So you are in league with Stryker?
I am in league with the people who are trying to leave.
I see. So
what you're saying is there's essentially 3 factions here. The company, which is trying to get their materials off planet. The rebels, which are trying to maintain control of... I think rebels are trying to maintain control and stay on the planet. And then you have yourself and the refugees, which has your forces, which are protecting the refugees and trying to get them off.
That is correct.
Okay. I'm going to pull a spicy chicken out of my pocket, and I'm going to offer a bite to a small child.
Nice. Chocolate, bro. Chocolate always gets them.
Yeah. Let's go with the chocolate.
Then they won't leave you the fuck alone and just hate them.
Don't give them Kool-Aid. Don't give them Kool-Aid. It's a bad thing.
Mr. Chocolate! Shut the fuck up.
Mr. Chocolato. Chocolato.
The child takes it tentatively and sees that you're eating it and takes a bite and then offers the rest of it to her mother.
Yeah, that's right. All right. It depends on where you want to pick up. You want to finish their conversation?
Unless Jack's doing anything else, yeah, I'm gonna keep going with.
All right. I'll wait for mine.
Okay.
So, Mrs. Yamasaki, I guess the question is, what do we do now? We have interest here.
And what would those interests be?
Well,
we took a job providing medical attention as needed. And I look at Brian, let him know that we're going along with this because it's true, but it's not entirely true.
Yes.
Due to the fact that we have medical experience. Unfortunately, Brian?
I'm a level 3 surgeon.
What's level?
No, but provided
I don't know how the classifications go, but I know my backstory, so...
With the information you provided, I'm curious how we treat such a subject. We're not even sure that you're providing us with 3 different factions in this war-torn planet. Do you have injured personnel here?
We do have injured refugees. Hold that thought really quick. Before you go too far, can you possibly get me some more water? Thank you.
Refugees, they don't have any money.
You said 200 credits, motherfucker.
He's like, fucking help these motherfuckers for free. I bet Brian is like this. Brian's like. Wait, what?
Okay.
Did you put the contract out?
Hold on. How did you introduce? Okay. How did you introduce Brian and the medical training again? Say it again.
I didn't say it. He did.
No. You started by saying that
he introduced that they took a contract.
Yes.
He wants you to reiterate how you're expressing your taking of a medical contract.
So we have interest here due to the fact that we saw a posting for a medical contract. That people needed medical assistance. Therefore, that's why we came down here. Do you have people in need of medical assistance? And she said yes. In which case I said, well, we were trying to gather more information, and then et cetera, et cetera.
Right. So you didn't actually say you made the posting. You said you saw the posting.
I saw the posting.
Okay. Okay. That changes how I respond to that.
Okay.
God knows what Brian said. Yo, are you fucked up and need help? Are you one of the rebels and can't get support? Fucking reply to this ad now, and I will be more than happy to unfuck your battle wounds.
Can't get your combat chub anymore?
For the small fee of all your goddamn credits. What is your life worth to you?
Come stop by the Brian Mechanical Emporium.
So, yeah, there's a...
Then I looked at Brian to make sure he was following along with what I'm saying. That's about it.
Probably, I'd be fucking you because I'm trying to pay.
No, I'm not saying doing it for free. I'm just saying don't say anything else about the other shit that we're here to do. We're telling the truth. It's not the whole damn truth.
Right.
So we'll pass a polygraph or whatever the fuck they might have.
So we have set up a field hospital nearby. There are wounded militia and refugees that would definitely appreciate some medical attention. I believe...
Did you create a posting?
You came down for medical contract, fucking arrival, fucking humanitarian aid.
You're asking her if she made the posting?
Yes.
No, we need medical assistance. We can't
That
provide.
eliminates one. And where are these said individuals? I have to pee.
The field hospital is a couple of structures down. Looks like you're gonna say something, Brian.
I'm looking at Brian.
Yes. I can definitely help stabilize those people who are in dire need.
I can have Maxwell.
All right. Anyway, take us there.
Okay.
And then I am going to note every little individual detail about equipment, operational strength, personnel, access technology, comm equipment, everything. And I'm looking at Brian, and I'm kind of notating that that's what I'm doing.
Okay. I'm not going to go into detail with all that right now, but
oh yeah, no specifics. It's just a borderline general fucking.
Okay.
I don't need a salute report.
If you want more details on what is here, send me a message in Discord, and I can send you.
Okay, I'm sending you a message right now.
Yeah.
I'll get it to you, before next session, basically.
As we're walking towards the hospital.
And no one says we actually have to work on them. We're just trying to gain admittance to more access to more information. Yeah. Is this between you and me?
We were in the area and we heard about this struggle. And our trip is quite long. So if any of the people are able to...
are they ambulatory?
Donate...
Oh, there he
any
is.
funds that could help with our travel, that'd be very appreciative. Not required.
They just might not make it. Okay. That's what Brian's saying. There's the underlying thing. If you want these motherfuckers to make it.
What happened? He had a broke arm. Well, did you help him? Well, he didn't have anything to donate, so I just put a pillow on him.
I do have some personal medical facility medicines, but again, they're personal and they do cost.
I'm gonna see how that goes over, and if it doesn't go over well, I have a backup plan. So we'll just wait.
Well, most of the refugees have spent their entire savings on tickets to get off the planet. So
okay, well,
I understand.
Hostile.
I'm not going to pass up.
Go.
I'm not going to pass over someone just because they don't have any kind of donation they can give. I'm just saying that when you have someone, if you have someone who can afford You know, a donation would be very helpful. As I said, medical supplies is not cheap. And,
it will allow us to procure more supplies if we need to.
It would definitely
so we
allow,
can further assist you.
and also, God forbid something should happen to me, it would leave a good nest egg for my wife.
Well played.
And hence born Brian's private medical practice.
One of lies and all kinds of fun stuff.
I bet there's going to be a save and throw versus Brian now.
There might be.
Saving throw versus Brian's medical skill.
So if anyone has anything that they can part with, I'm sure they would appreciate any assistance you can provide, and would be grateful and willing to pay you with whatever they can.
Yeah, and yeah, like I said, I'm not going to pass up someone who's going to die without medical assistance. But if someone has an ingrown toenail or a pregnancy test or something like that, I would like to have some sort of compensation for that kind of time.
Well, that's definitely something that you can broach with the individuals.
Thank you.
So she's going to have one of the soldiers lead you over to the field hospital.
So my question before you go, Mrs. Yamasaki. So once we've concluded our business here, what status are we in here? I'm a little confused. Are we prisoners?
Are you intending to do the refugees harm?
We intend to go about our business in the preservation of life, as is our duty. We are obliged. But I'm referring to our freedom of access. Are we able to leave?
As long as you do no harm to the refugees, you can come and go at will. But be warned that the rebels do watch this area, and I cannot guarantee your safety outside of these ruins.
You seem to know an awful lot about the rebels. Can you tell me more?
Do you want to know more?
I was just thinking Starship Troopers too.
Mobile infantry made me the man I am today.
It's a good movie.
All right.
I will come back to that in just a minute. So, Valley and Jack. So you guys are still with the refugees. You were about to do something.
Hey man, should we check on them other guys or fuck them?
If you want to watch where they go and stuff, I just need to talk to these people real quick and get a little information.
Alright. Sounds good, man.
So, sweetheart, I know I gave you some spicy chicken sandwich, and I bet it's delicious, because it looks like you haven't ate in a minute. But we're here to provide assistance to the people here. You guys, refugees, is the Stryker Corporation helping you guys get off the planet? Those are the ones with the shuttles, or are you... How is this working?
Stryker's just here for the equipment. They're not taking refugees.
Oh, they're not. This is a private company taking the refugees, then, is it?
It's the shuttle company. I don't have a name off the top of my head for the organization that actually runs the
Shitty Shuttles Are Us.
Yeah, the interplanetary travels. It's.
Oh, okay. So, and it looks like they didn't spare that many ships in order to assist you guys. Are they charging you guys a lot?
It took my entire life savings to get oh shit. What's the a stowage ticket for my family.
You say your entire life savings. That's like everything you saved in like your. I mean, because some people don't save at all. Some people do. So I'm just trying to get like a roughly like how much are they charging per ticket? Because that's fucking robbery.
It was 1,000 credits for the for my family to get off this planet.
Wow, 1,000. I'm so sorry to hear this, but we need to figure out where we can best apply our help. I can't help with the ship, but we can help with the people. So we need to know, do you know, like, I understand you guys are hiding here, and it was the rebels that just attacked the landing pad, most likely, right?
The rebels were the ones that attacked, yes.
Okay, we need to steer clear of them. Do you know where they are so we can stay away from that area? So where the safe zone is?
They haven't been attacking this area for a while. My guess is the only reason they attacked is because the shuttle landed. Normally, they're focusing on Stryker's area to the north.
Do you think they moved? Okay, all right. So. Has there been any conflict with them as far as like personnel on the ground here, or has it just been the shelling?
Wait, say that again?
Has there been any conflict on the ground, or is it just the shelling that happens to the landing pad?
When Stryker's personnel are out, there is often firefights that are occurring.
Okay, and Stryker Corporation is which way, do you know?
Well, they're headquartered to the north.
To the north, and I guess in the building over there, in the building across the way, Jack, that our people went in, and that must be your guys' security force, or what's who are those people over there?
Well, that's Miss Yamasaki and the militia guard.
And they pretty much stay in there. They don't come and send guards to check on you guys?
Oh, no, there's patrols that are out and about, but that's where the captain's office is.
Okay, all right. Well, thank you very much for your time. Hopefully a new shuttle will come down and get you guys off of here.
Well, it's not going to be landing here, so we're going to have to make our way across the planet to one of the other landing spots.
Unfortunately, you're gonna have to take a movement. All right, I looked at Jack. Did he hear our conversation?
Yeah, I mean, I was close enough. I would have heard it.
I looked at him and see. You got anything?
I mean, we gotta find Miss O'Toole, right?
Well, I put my hand on my lips because they don't seem to be fucking.
I put together. We're not here to help civilians, man. We're just not. We're here to get a ship and do a job and get paid.
Alright. I just shake my head and we fucking move back out and start moving around. Where do you want to go, Jack? Do you want to go in there? Do you want to see? Did we see them leave and start headed towards the thing?
Yeah. I think we should meet up with Tavar and Brian.
All right.
Because we don't. It was your conversation you were just having. That it's a separate company that's getting these people off the planet, right?
Yeah, it's a separate company. Fucking interstellar planet shuttles is getting them off the planet, and we have the rebels who are fighting Stryker and trying to stop the people from leaving the planet. And we have the militia that is protecting the people, and then we have the Stryker Corporation.
Yeah, and O'Toole works for the Stryker Corporation, right?
Yeah.
That's
but
where
if
we're
it's
headed.
a name
That's where Jack wants to go. Whatever information helps us get there, that's where I feel like we should be heading.
All right.
We're gonna lose money if we help these civilians out.
I'm not
Jack
trying
is
to
sort
help
of cold. Jack is sort of cold to
Yeah.
it. You
So
know what I mean?
once we leave and we start walking, I'm gonna explain to Jack. I was trying to find out where the rebels are, so we can sell them the information, so they can ensue the conflict. So that way, Miss O'Toole will hire us then. Because unless it gets worse, they're not going to be able to pursue this endeavorment. And if they're not assisting with the civilians, that's a whole nother company. She's not worried about that. So I was just trying to line the ducks in a row in order to find out what's going on and figure out more about the area and the planet and what we need to do. Because it's going to take them a while to get everything off the planet. They got their preparations that they got to do, the breakdown of the equipment and stuff. But
Right.
We have an escort, correct?
Yeah, one of the militia guards is showing you where the field hospital is.
So, is there going to be a lull where there's some distance where I can whisper to Brian as needed?
Yeah, I mean it's a couple of buildings away from the headquarters building, so you can.
Brian, do you still have communication?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we might have to pass the transmission. Relaying some information. That's it.
I didn't hear what you said.
I said we were passing and relaying some information at some point. I was informing Brian that at some point when we get to this location, depending upon what we find and what we encounter and location and everything else and the information we require, because I don't know what the fuck these guys are doing, we would have to eventually pass this information on, but I don't want these guys to know we're passing information.
Not
as in these guys being the militia.
So you're not saying pass information between the two of you. You're trying to pass it to like Valley and Jack.
At some point, yes.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think Jack watched them leave, so Jack and we just left. So our conversation was the same time that their conversation was. So can we see them leave the building and start their movement? And if they're within eyesight, we can visually follow them as well.
So, considering the conversation that Valley was having with the refugee and the conversation that happened in the building, Valley, you can see, and Jack, you both see Tavor and Brian essentially being escorted out of the building by a single guard.
Okay, like he's leading them?
Yeah.
Or is he escorting them?
He's leading.
Okay, alright.
I think Jack would call to... I think I would call over to Tavor and Brian and just ask them...
Call or call?
Well, no. Like, over the radio. I mean, I'm not going to yell.
Over the phone?
But just find out if they've procured, like... transport or anything to where we need to get to, if these guys have something.
I'm assuming you're calling.
Yeah, I am.
Okay.
With the headset.
Right.
You know, but it's not like I'm not calling you, I'm radioing you.
But
I'm going to engage the guard in conversation then. So how long have you been here working for the militia and doing their thing?
Hey, how can I help you, Jack?
Have you all figured out where we are and how to get to where we need to go to, and potentially how we're gonna get there?
Sort of. We have a mild detour. They're taking me to the field hospital. Trying to win some hearts and minds here with some medical stability of critical cases, and then we'll continue our mission.
Is this that $200 a head thing you were talking about?
It could be more. But no, I have not made positive contact with those individuals.
So, who are you All right. Well, Valley and I are gonna try to figure out how we're gonna get to where we're gonna go.
Okay. As far as I know, Stryker and the insurgents are in a pitched battle. I think north of here.
Yeah, that's the word we got. We need to try to find O'Toole and get to her.
Right, understand. Yeah, I'm trying to, like I said, win hearts and minds. Maybe get a rifle or two. That might be handy.
Okay, I'll let him know. Just give us a call when you're ready for pickup. We'll have something.
Okay, not a problem. I'll talk to you later, sweetie. Bye-bye.
Yeah, yep. All right.
So are there other landing pads here, sir?
So to answer your
just-
first question, to Tavor, he basically responds, you know, I joined the militia when I was 18, and I've been with them for the last 6 years.
That's a long time, so you know the layout of the area.
Well, the local area, we don't all explore the further reaches of the planet, but you know, the local area and outside the town.
So if I needed to get more medical supplies, how would I go about doing this? The landing pad we were on is obviously not a big question.
Well, you could always steal them from Stryker. He mumbles under his breath.
And where? Well, that's a little bit malpractice, but in the case of emergency, I guess where would I wouldn't even know where to look.
You mean looking for Stryker or looking for like other medical locations? I don't understand.
Well, Stryker has the medical locations. Yeah, Stryker.
So they're headquartered to the north. I wouldn't recommend going up that way directly. I wouldn't recommend going there, but they have their establishment is more well protected than anything we could do. So they haven't been bombed like Bartertown. Other than that, go ahead.
And what does Stryker provide you all? Did they not do anything for you? Are they making any arrangements?
They're just here to collect their equipment. They don't care about the people.
So what happens to... I noticed that this atmosphere is not natural. So what happens to that? I'm sure that's a vital necessity.
Well, that's... The equipment that they're here to collect are the atmosphere generators.
So what you're saying is Stryker is going to take your atmosphere generators and basically kill everyone.
Once the generators are gone, the atmosphere will dissipate, and if you're not off the planet, you're dead.
Internally, that tells me they have communication or means of transportation that we could possibly use or hijack if necessary. So, Matt. So, what is your opinion of this?
We're just trying to get the refugees off the planet, and hopefully, once everyone that can leave does, the rest of us will be able to make our way off the planet as well.
And how do you schedule your pickups?
When the shuttle comes down.
How often does that happen?
Well, it was happening about every hour, but now that the shuttle's gone, the only other one that's well, I was told there was another one that comes down on the other side, off to the north,
near the Stryker territory.
I don't know if it's near Stryker, but it's north of here. Hopefully, when the shuttle is it's picked up enough refugees and the ship leaves, the next one that comes we'll be able to get more refugees on the ship.
Okay.
So you don't it almost seems like, even though the militia is bombing, it almost seems like they're more ingrained towards saving lives here.
We've always been about protecting the people.
He said we.
Huh?
Busted.
Mm-hmm.
So it almost seems like you and the rebels have the same cause.
The rebels are trying to prevent Stryker from taking the atmosphere generators. The militia is trying to save the refugees to ensure that they don't suffocate when the atmosphere generators are gone.
Are you talking to me, or is he saying that?
So if you were asking,
talking.
that is his response.
Okay. So what did the rebels want to do with the generators? Did they just want to preserve life out of the kindness of their hearts?
They don't want to leave.
Interesting.
Now,
And look at Brian.
I'm not understanding. Why would anyone want to stay on a planet that the atmosphere is not stable?
Well, I mean, this is home. When you don't have anywhere else to go.
Yeah.
I mean, you can leave and have nothing and, you know, pray for the generosity of strangers, or stay here, have something, and try and make it work.
Gotcha. Is there any access to a data terminal or anything like that here?
Not here. It's been so bombed out. We barely have working electricity.
Okay. Our communication devices are pretty much just that, right? They're not like smartphones.
Jack's is.
Right, but I mean, ours is not.
That is correct.
So what do you guys do? Have you guys had skirmishes with rebels before?
The rebels mostly leave us alone unless Stryker is in the area, and in which case they don't seem too concerned about collateral damage. You're gonna say something, Valley?
No, I was waiting. I'm just soaking in the information as a player.
I'm just gonna look at Brian with that all-knowing look to see if he's picking up what I'm putting down.
Well, I need to find out whether anyone has responded to this medical urgency post that someone put up there. Person hasn't been responding at all, so I figure since I'm in the area, maybe I can tell those people to come here.
Yeah, we'll see how he takes that.
If they're rebels, I don't care how injured they are. They can fuck off and die. If it's a refugee, then they're, you know, we can go out and help them get here if necessary.
Okay. And I understand it would never expect you to accept someone you don't care about here, but however, you know, my services can't be just to one side.
But you don't have to provide that service here.
Correct. Like I said, I would not expect you to have them come here. I might have to go to them, but you understand.
You're free to go. As long as you're aware that there are risks associated with, you know, leaving.
There's risks associated with staying.
It's true.
Okay. Thank you. Let me see what I can do in the next while at least to help stabilize people, and then
Yeah.
I'll be on our way.
I just look at Brian and I want to converse with Brian privately.
So at this point, you have arrived at the field hospital. He's basically gesturing to the door, and go ahead and head on in.
Okay, when we walk in, I'm gonna. So this is pretty much a waste of time. These people, if this evil comes, are going to die anyway. We need to depart.
Oh yeah, but I need to make sure that I at least fulfill what you said. That is to make sure that anyone that can be saved is at least stabilized.
You need to get what information you can on where Stryker is as well.
Will do. See if you can get a hold of Jack. This is the Craigslist ad information. See if he can find out or get a response at least as far as where these people are, so that we can get paid.
I don't think you're going to get paid, my friend.
Hey.
But do what you have to do. But if it takes too long, we have to go.
No, I'm not going to be taking a whole lot of time. I'm going to go up to one of the nurses. Do they actually have doctors here, or are they completely just?
They got you. Got you, babe.
Great.
They've got a couple of corpsmen.
Phone call time.
Oh shit!
Sick
Boom in
Corman.
the house.
Blue side or green side?
Yeah.
Difference.
Okay. With the corpsman, I'm going to get an idea as far as just triage.
Okay.
And
I will come
will
back to
Step
that.
to the
stabilize.
head, don't forget the arms.
Yeah, I'll stabilize people in precedence, but I won't be spending a whole lot of time.
I don't think anybody heard me. Okay.
Basically, without giving you more details, there's a couple of amputees that you can assist immediately.
Gotcha.
Tourniquet.
Yep.
Okay.
All right. So switching over, Valley and Jack. So
Oh yeah.
Awesome.
I think you said you were following the other two.
So, yeah, but after that conversation I had with Brian, it would be more. I think I would relate to fucking Valley the importance of trying to procure some sort of travel to wherever the fuck we need, because we don't know where we're at, right? We have a better idea, but we don't know exactly where we are. So, once we know where we're going, I mean, I would talk to. I would just be like, hey man, you need to get a hold of O'Toole, and we need to secure a ride. That's to you, Valley.
Okay.
So,
O'Toole hasn't contracted us yet. She's only going to contract us when the need is dire. So I was under the impression that when we got here, we were going to contract the rebels to do damage.
so then
So
let's do that.
I'm a bit confused on what's going on right now.
Well, there's no conflict here right now. We got to get to the conflict.
Yeah, well, we got to find out where the rebels are, and if the next launch pad is to the north, then we got to head north. It shouldn't be too far. If it's on the other side of the city, they're not going to spread the whole fucking thing out.
Yeah, man.
But if it's to the north, and that's what we were trying to find out.
I would say that the situation's probably pretty dire if they're down one launch pad.
Yeah, so that would be the launch pad that refugees are going. It doesn't mean if Stryker doesn't have their own launch pad that they're using, or 2 or 3. So if one's to the north, we could probably assume there's some to the east and west as well.
Why would the rebels take out? I don't understand why the rebels would want to take out a launch pad that was getting civilians off the ground.
If I was trying to pursue a company to force them to keep generators or the cost of millions of people's lives, I would eliminate the method that they remove the safe people as. They've basically taken the launch pads out, which gave them the hostages of the refugees. And whether or not Stryker cares to save the refugees, or all those lives will be left on their hands. So my interpretation is that the rebels want to maintain the generators. They destroy the launch pads and the ability for them to evac the civilian personnel or refugees in order to keep them here. Now it's not just I'm fighting against the rebels. I have this surge of people that want to get off the planet, because if they don't get off the planet, then they are going to all die. They want to leave, so now I've forced the people that are refugees to want to attack Stryker in order to get them off the planet or stop the generators from leaving. But they're basically attempting to make their force stronger. That's just how I would see it. And if I was a rebel here, that's what I would do. So
what do you suggest we do then, man?
Well, I mean, first step, I mean, we got to find out more about the planet and stuff and what is going on. So, I mean, we're going to have to... I'm pretty sure that the people that Mr. Bryan was going to assist are not Stryker. And with everyone having to pay their life savings to get off the planet, it's not going to be the refugees. So, if we answer the ad, then they may tell us where to go. And I say 70% sure that it's going to lead us to someone or some group of party that is in alliance with the rebels.
All right, man. Let's get a ride then.
Well,
Can we catch a ride?
We can look and see if we can't find something to ride.
Yeah, I mean, I guess...
planes, trains, automobiles, bow-legged bitches on
there...
Ferris wheels. Do we got anything?
I mean, is there anything around, like something that needs...
There's a tandem bicycle.
With a sidecar.
It's only one seat.
That's it? Just one bicycle? Fuck.
There's a tandem bicycle with one seat.
It's a tandem bicycle with one seat. Yeah.
Well, somebody's getting team killed.
So we're in a built-up area, right?
Built up in the it's basically a city that has been blasted by mortars, and it's for all intents and purposes abandoned, or would be if it didn't have the refugees.
Well, let's do a perception check and see if we can't find a vehicle of some sort that's going to get us out. We can see where we see where Bryan and Tavar went in.
The field hospital?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay, so we know where they're at, and we know that they're in there. So, I guess I'm going to search around and see if I can't fucking find a vehicle.
Yeah, I'll do the same.
So, that would be fucking a handy-dandy high-speed perception check.
Fuck me.
You're in these fucking rolls today, bro. Do we get assisted because Jack's helping me look?
No, because he's looking on his own.
Not with that roll.
I got an 8.
Now, the question is, are you searching stealthily, or are you just looking?
I mean...
Not like...
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be sneaking around.
I'm not sneaking around, but I'm not making it like, oh shit, there's a car. Fucking see if it fucking works. I mean, like, you know, I see something, I'm gonna walk up to it and just...
We're cautious men. We're
cautiously,
men.
But not stealthily.
Okay. So I'll get back to you.
Shit.
Bryan, you were wanting to do the field medic stuff.
Yep.
So, like I said before, there's some amputees, some people with some laser wounds, some people with projectile wounds.
Okay. laser wounds should be simple enough. Those should be already cauterized and everything. So just abrade any dead tissue, give antibiotics, pain meds for comfort. Move on to the next person.
Now, are you taking from your stash, or are you trying to...
No, I'm utilizing what they have at the hospital.
Okay.
Fuck no. Take some extra from these fuckers.
This motherfucker, I need 2 of these. 1 in the pocket, 1 on the patient.
There you go. You fucking do it too. I'm have more back you 110%.
So...
Divorce, like, you're gonna die.
If you had to... if you had to guess...
No.
You would...
Nah.
If you had to guess, you would say you have about enough supplies, antibiotics and pain meds, to assist 5 people, and it's not an... It would not be enough to take them through their entire recovery.
Okay, then again,
so they're gonna die anyway.
So I'm gonna prioritize then. People that would benefit from the antibiotics, people who they're too far infected for, you know what I'm saying, the antibiotics won't have a long enough duration to actually change their condition. I'm gonna do what I can for them. But again, I'll tell them, it's like, look, they don't have the medication. They don't have the medical materials here. I can't do more than what I can now. I have other people that I have to treat, and I hate to say it, but they are paying customers.
And you're saying that last bit out loud?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go get some snacks.
So, wow. Okay. When you say that you've only got the medication and whatnot for paying customers, 6 people yell out, "I'll pay! I'll pay!"
Okay. I will utilize my
Fucking
private...
little cartoon dollar signs, fucking...
Well, that changes things, huh, Brian?
I will...
Do not get so wrapped up in your greed you forget about the mission.
I'm like, okay, I have to be reasonable here. Depending on severity, it could be 50 to 200 credits a person, depending on
200 credits.
How badly your injuries are, or your care is needed. Can you still pay?
One of them whips out a credit sheet and says, "I'll give you 300 credits for all of your medication." Two other guys say, "I've got 20, but that's all I've got."
So, you said, 3 other guys had 20.
2 other guys have 20. The one guy has the 300. The other 3 guys are trying to barter with belongings.
What kind of belongings are we looking at? Are we talking about knickknacks? Or are we actually talking
about...
Yeah,
it's slightly used.
You're talking like blankets and one guy has a couple of what look like heirloom silver plates, and
what do I think the silver plates would be worth?
He's handing you materials? Okay.
Cletus has a flashlight.
No.
It's my prized possession. I've had this thing for 3.5 years. It never let me down.
Depending on, well, actually, give me a, what would that be?
Whatever
roll
it is,
to assess value.
I mean, that would be a culture thing, depending on where they would roll it at. And fucking.
I was trying to think of what the D&D term is for when you evaluate treasure.
It's appraise, isn't it?
Appraise, yeah, that was what I was trying to think of.
Yeah, they don't have anything like that I can see.
They don't. Yeah, I don't see appraise, but there is. He is making a gamble.
Or business.
Yeah, business would be good.
Yeah. It's probably going to be your best bet.
Business with wisdom?
No, intelligence.
Okay. Yeah, fuck it.
No,
okay.
Good job. You can tell that the plates are basically silver-plated pewter.
Okay.
They're essentially garbage. I mean, despite having obvious age to them, they're not worth.
Right.
They have more sentimental value than they do
right.
monetary.
Actual monetary value.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You know, these were passed down from mother to daughter for, you know, every wedding in the family since we can remember.
This was my dowry.
I completely can understand that. I looked to the gentleman that offered me $300 for all my medical supplies, and I explained to him, it's like, sir, with my medical supplies, I can make 4 times what you're offering. It's not economical for me to sell everything at a fourth of the price.
But I'm in pain.
I understand that. And for 100 credits, I am more than willing to give you enough pain medication to give you comfort for a good several weeks.
Not even counting labor.
Did you have enough for several weeks? How much do you have? I don't remember.
I stole an entire ambulance.
No, you didn't steal the entire ambulance. You stole what you could throw in a, like, duffel bag.
That bag was overflowing.
Yeah. Let me see, because I know I wrote down.
Should lie to him.
Well, I think Guido was asking as opposed to him asking.
Right. Yeah. See.
I mean, you've got enough that you could definitely treat the people that are here,
right,
that desperately need it, but you would want to you would want to go light on the medication that you are providing, otherwise you will run out before you finish treating everyone that is here.
Right.
So,
as far as my private stash, I was thinking.
No, that is using your private stash.
Oh, right, okay. What I'm thinking of is, you know, if I gave him 20 pills, would that get him through a week or two or a couple of weeks? As far as pain management, yeah, he would still have some pain, but it would definitely knock the edge down. And I guess knowing what the hell his issue is probably help also, because I might be able to treat it and alleviate it that way too.
So he's one of the laser wounds.
Okay.
It's a gut shot.
Okay. Yeah, I'll let him know. It's like, look, your injury is gonna hurt. That's part of the healing process. it's a laser wound. There's really nothing you can do, and if I give you all this medication, you're going to be hooked on it, and then you're going to have complications because of the addiction.
I don't care. Just give me the pain meds.
I will give you 1 week supply for 100 credits.
Let's see. So how many would that be? That would be...
Depends on what the dosage level is.
Well, I mean...
Does it take every 3 hours? Take twice a day?
Going light on medication, you're talking like
Yep.
once every 8 hours.
Yeah, something like that.
So...
4 times 28.
Yeah, you're talking like 30 pills, basically.
Right.
It's either that or nothing at all.
Well, you can get me more, right?
I don't know if I can or can't. I don't want to be giving you a promise that I can't
Okay.
feed.
He's going to try and talk you into more. I'm not going to actually
Okay.
play it out, but...
Yeah, no, I'm gonna stay hard on
yeah.
what I am.
Yeah, I know you would. If we had more time, I would role play it out further.
Play it out right.
Yeah.
The two guys that offered the 20, depending on what their injury are, I might suffice to do them for 20. If it doesn't take I mean, if they're just looking for a treatment and stabilization type thing, but if they're just looking for pills, hey, 20's on it. Sorry.
You can tell they're both militia, as opposed to the guy with the money, who's he looks very well off for a refugee.
Right.
Mm.
Right.
But the two militia guys,
Learn a lot about patients and information.
so they both have projectile wounds.
Okay.
One has like a shoulder through and through, and the other had a leg wound.
Okay. For those two, I'll flat out tell them, it's like, you're militia, you're helping to protect these people. 20 credits, I'll treat you and give you some medication.
The guy with the leg wound, though, the bullet is still in his leg.
Okay.
Nice.
So
One surgery.
okay, go ahead and give me a medical roll.
Okay. Now watch, I fuck it.
I know. While you're doing
Well,
that, I'm gonna go.
Good thing I got that radio.
Nick the femoral. Fuck.
Well, you've got about 5 minutes, maybe.
So about that 20 credits.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Oh.
Let me go ahead and get
Damn.
that now.
Yeah, that's a critical success. He
Goddamn magic hands.
so in the surgery, he passes out, and
No anesthetic.
well,
Like
no,
fucking-
there is no anesthetic.
Hey, just
Right.
fucking, hey, hold your breath. Count to 10.
Yeah, pretty much.
Bite
But
on the buttstock, your weapon.
Yeah.
so yeah, you get the bullet out, no problem. You get him sewn back up, and you're pretty sure that he won't even be able have a scar when it finishes healing.
Nice. All right.
Nice fucking work, Brian.
We got a doctor after all.
Okay.
Astounding.
So essentially, I'll walk out of that with 140.
Sure.
2 militia guys, and they're very helpful, or happy, I guess you could say. War, I'm pretty much done here.
Did you find anything out?
No.
Very well.
Sorry.
So
I can't. I don't.
okay.
No, that's it.
All right.
I mean, there's nothing else I could do. Everything else is gonna have to, I guess, wait. So.
You're gonna die. You're gonna be okay. You're never walking again.
You're blind.
You're Striker. Who the fuck are you?
And as for Valiant Jack,
Sorry.
Volume crank down.
your search for a vehicle reveals. We'll pick that up next week.
Oh, you son of a
Big
bitch!
nuggets.
Goddamn cliffhangers.
We were being cautious.